Welcome back everyone, and this is another Queen Charge tutorial on how to do it. This will be the last one I'll do in detail, purely because this one had a lot of stuff that is quite anti Queen Charge, but I still went for it. Although the second part of the anti part, being a hound in the clan castle, didn't know about it because it was a first attack. But the whole purpose of the Queen Charge it was, when I first thought of it, was to be able to do it on any base, any clan castle troops, any situation, pretty much 99% of the time. The exact same strategy philosophy can work on any base. Along the way, I found that grounded expos could be deadly, so I ended up adding a 6 healer to pretty much all the attacks, just as standard now, because I can fit the rest in with it. Don't need that many hogs. And the other thing is, notice that the hound in the clan castles can be a bit of a pain because it takes a long time to kill it, and plus the pups come out, so there's another like 10 wasted shots of the queen where it could be taking out 2 defenses with those shots, and everything just gets delayed. And this base was no exception. With 1 second left of the attack, it was a wipe. Right, so first things first, I'm going to start off with the direction I'm going to attack it with. With the air sweeper here, this would have been a nice funnel, but because the air sweeper, definitely not. Again, the same from here. That's just not a nice funnel around there. And the only other choice was to break this wall and then just earthquake this area. I didn't earthquake. I could have earthquaked all of this, but I didn't want the queen going to this area because the kill squad's going to come from there. I wanted the queen to go up to the top area, which meant taking dodgy wall bombers. Now, first things first, I had to kind of think of where the Teslas were. I thought there'd be one here, and there was, and I was worried about that because if I sent like 2 hogs there, then 2 hogs are just going to die. I thought there might be a Tesla here and here, and there was one here, not one here, and then surprisingly the other 2 were something like this, and then the double giant bombs were here, I believe, and another giant bomb, a random one there or something. So that was that. I can't remember where the other Tesla was. Oh yeah, that's it. That's 4 Teslas. That was okay. The ones in the middle, fine, perfectly fine. The queen will take care of it. We've got a grounded expo. That's fine as well. So then it was once the queen got in, she had to deal with the hound, of course, which I didn't know was a hound. So it was quite a lot of time wasted. But I was lucky because the king kinda was there as well at the same time, which meant I could drop the rage and kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which ended up with me having the ability left over for later on, which I didn't really even need, which I could have used for the hound, which I will do from now on. But the key to using the ability for the hound, is when it gets to about 1/3 of its health left, maybe less depending on your queen, because if he's got about half his energy left and you hit the ability, that hound, if there's an archer somewhere killing trash buildings, that hound will go off and the queen will try and chase it. We don't want that to happen. But definitely save the ability to the last second and just to smash it quickly. That's the key to the hound in the CC. Right, so from this point, so you could pick out some buildings with minions, archer here, and I'm going to drop 2 loons on that whiz, and then I'll be able to, I think I dropped the wizard somewhere here, and then that wizard pretty much wipe all this area until it got to the cannon. So that was a nice clear up to help, especially when time is of the essence. So the next part, the kill squad, it's as simple as dropping the golem, drop the jump, whiz, couple of whizzes on the storage, jump the king over, kill the queen, and then decide when to drop your hogs. Now along the way I found that in some bases you can just drop the hogs if you know where the Teslas are, but the Teslas are deadly. I'll tell you why. If for example there's a Tesla here and you drop, forget that cannon's there, and you drop a giant and then you drop your 2 hogs, that Tesla might not have locked onto the giant and will kill the hogs. So you might have get one defense, but the other one will die, and then the other 2 hogs will die, and then you'll end up with 2 defenses there. And being, especially this area, being the furthest away from the queen, because the queen's going to come through here and then come back on itself and go around there, the queen's not going to be around. So this part, the furthest point away from your queen, is the most important part to hog correctly. If you fuck that bit up, then your raid could be over, because it also means you can't drop wizards to clear up, because you need to drop them wizards, because nothing else is going to clear up the outside except wizards, and you can't drop them until the defenses are down. So very important to take out the defenses that the queen can't reach, or the king. The king has got the jump here, so the king can terrorize this area, jump over and deal with this area. That's fine, he can do that, but you just need to worry about the rest. So I'm going to get into the attack. Speed it up a bit. 2 minutes 58. Now also, you'll see in a minute when the queen gets in there, you have cannon, X-bow, cannon, archer, archer. That is 5-point defenses. You need about 10 healers to protect yourself from that, or a rage. So drop the loons at the top. That wizard is gonna clear up everything there. Loads of war bombers, and you need to release them war bombers before the queen takes out this building, or else the war bombers could have went like over to here or over to here. It's a mess. It's a complete utter mess, and that is the first building the queen targets. So it's very, very, very important that you drop those war bombers before it's down. Also this earthquake gets a few defenses as well, which is cool. But because the queen comes, rather than walking around, the queen comes straight in, it's taking out the archer, it's taking out the cannon, it's taking out the other cannon. There's no threat anymore. So this is the point which was really worked out well, because I was able to engage the king and the hound at the same time, so I was able to drop the rage. I should have used the ability, but I was a little bit worried about this air sweeper here for later on. You see already 1 minute, 1 minute 12, 1 minute 13, 14, 15, 1 minute 20 already gone. I'm I should have gone by now, I think. But the more the queen gets into the base, it is better, because now that cannon's not going to shoot me. Now she's going to take out the Tesla, which is awesome, which was triggered by that minion I dropped over here earlier on, which was awesome. The two Teslas pop up. The queen is perfectly fine still. Drop the hogs. Still got 8 hogs left. These are all healthy hogs now as well, and they're going to run all the way up to the archer here. His jump is still around, so the king was able to jump, which was awesome. One hog went to the cannon, which was awesome, which took out the cannon. And just 2 hogs here. I did have 4 hogs left. I probably could have dropped it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. I was waiting for these hogs to get to the air defense, then to drop it, just so I can keep more hogs for the cleanup, because I'm gonna need it. All I was doing was watching the time, thinking, oh boy. At the same time, I was thinking, I need to do the swagger. Swagger, poison. And that was it. So it was a pretty good attack on a first attack, which is what I like about this strategy. It works really well on first attacks. It does help to know where the Teslas are, so it is good if somebody else has attacked it first, because then you can plan it out better, because as I said, the back end hogs could be in danger if some Teslas pop out, like it happened to me once before. It was such an easy base, and then all of a sudden this dude had hogs on the weirdest side of the base, and yeah, the hogs just died out. And also I was dropping hogs too soon. Now I'm kind of waiting a little bit, taking up the full 3 minutes or so, but not too much. You don't want to do much. It's the hound that delays you the most. Usually you would have plenty of time, but it's the hound that does delay this strategy somewhat. So as I said, this will be the last guide to this strategy, as I'm working on the Avengers charge. So watch this space. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Speak to you guys later.